I know that there's a lot of debate around what Atmanirbhar means and good or bad, but that's besides the point to me. I think what we kind of need to focus on is to skill up the country in its own, right? We have to concentrate on every part to make us globally competitive. So it cannot be limited to saying just go ahead and buy only from Indian companies. It has to be about going all the way down to the farmer and to educational institutes, to infrastructure. There's a lot we still need to get done, right? So our focus needs to be to make us globally competitive in the market. And after that, we can talk about being globally competitive, and that will make us Atmanirbhar, right? Like then we're really on the playing field. But to kind of just put it in between when we've not really talked about the entire scale, I don't think it's going to get us as far as we need to go.
Right.
But that's my perspective on it.
All right. Akshay, from your side, and Anam, you can follow after that in terms of what's your perspective on Atmanirbhar Bharat.
So I think Atmanirbhar, Bharat would be a Bharat which is excelling, highly competitive, and is an international player. And what I see the Atmanirbhar Bharat, whether it is in food processing or any other field, is a country that excels. And, excellence should drive our domination or furtherance in the market. And India is a very capable country, and it has been held back on leashes because of various policies, and the government is now trying to open it up. I'm sure that we don't have to ape what has been done by other countries, but in our Atmanirbharta, we need to rely on our strengths, and our strengths are basically knowledge. India is a knowledge economy, and we have always been ahead as far as studies is concerned, and our brain power is reckoned all over the world. And I think we need to utilize that and put it on the ground so that in whatever a field we decide, the country should come forward and the industry should be supported in the efforts to become world class. It has happened in some cases, and I think food processing now needs to come of age. It needs to become world class, and it will have to adopt the latest technologies. So there's no question of being defensive about Atmanirbharta. Atmanirbharta will mean actually an opening up, but a graded opening up. And what I do want to see in Atmanirbharta is that the atmosphere is created by the government for a conducive development of Indian businesses, that they are not held back because of certain factors that are kind of unnatural. I think the natural competitive factors have to play, but the unnatural ones have to be held at bay. Whether it is large companies coming in and trying to dominate the scene with money power. I think the Competition Commission of India needs to have more teeth, and it needs to rest. There has to be a part of it that rests with the MSME ministry in a way, because there have been instances where Indian companies that were positioned to move ahead were held back because they lacked the muscle power, or there were artificial injections of money that foreign players have come and done it. So to that extent, the country needs to have a measured response. We need to open up ourselves fully. We need to allow foreign competition in our quest for Atmanirbharta. We don't want to stop it. And at the same time, we should not be held back. So if there is a creation of a monopoly that is happening because of some artificial means, that needs to be stopped. And the availability of the best technologies has to be made. So there's no question of the country shutting its door in this quest. It has to open up, and it has to be very welcoming of each and everyone.
That's an interesting thought, Akshay. Let's take a Coca-Cola perspective. Anam, I believe you are heading the Atmanirbhar Bharat in terms of, from Coca-Cola's point of view, putting things in place or getting that perspective. If you can share how Coca-Cola India is seeing Atmanirbhar Bharat as a scheme and of Government of India.
Thanks, Sagar. So, my take on this particular Atmanirbhar Bharat debate, or ongoing effort of India becoming self-reliant, would be that in the past also, if you see, we have clear policy of Make in India, zero defect, zero effect policy, and rightly so, because we have a huge consumer base, and then that make it very obvious for any government, or for that matter, it makes a very strong business case for businesses as well to cater to that local demand uh, by producing locally. That's for business also. There's a case. So what has happened, that this crisis, or this challenge has brought that particular aspect to the fore. And the timing wise, if you see, this particular call of Prime Minister is so apt, given the global supply chain disruptions and this challenging environment all around us. This can obviously, businesses should take a maximum out of this particular aspect, and this particular ongoing current and the refreshed momentum being put into system behind this Atmanirbharta all around. And this can go a long way, because if you have to be in business and for a longer time, you have to be sustainable. You have to work with the communities, you have to work with the local partners, you have to meet the local consumer needs, you have to understand that. So it's not that you can just airdrop something, some idea or a product, and if that's not meeting the local ethos, or it's not working for the local communities, the values not created locally and shared locally, I don't think there would be you can't go beyond a point. So I think this is very relevant, apt. Businesses should take it with both hands and grab the opportunity, care for the community, care for the consumer, bring global technologies, as Mr. Becker mentioned. It's not about compromising on that quality at all. It's feed the Indian population, meet their requirement, and definitely tap into the global supply chain. So that's our understanding, and that's how we see this particular Atmanirbhar Bharat in this day and age.